I'm Tom, and last night we saw Lewis Crocker versus Paddy Donovan, and there was, in my opinion, an awful stoppage. I understand it. I get it. I get why there was. He had his warnings, and you can't have those warnings. 2 point deductions for leading with their head, and then obviously punch after the bell and not have the fight cancelled. I get that, and let's have it right. The punch was after the bell. There's no denying it. The punch was after the bell. But that ref seemed to have had it out for Paddy Donovan since the start of the fight. I mean, being on your final warning, and he wasn't like fucking headbutting people, being on your final warning, what was it, round 3? On his fight, round 4 on his final warning? And the thing that I don't get is they were both leading with their head. It wasn't that it was just Paddy Donovan, it was both of them. They were both had their guards up, leading with their head. If you're going to warn and then take points off of Paddy Donovan, do the same for Lewis Crocker. That's what I don't like. It's because he was the home fighter in Belfast. The ref sort of bottled it a bit and let the occasion get to him. Because you don't penalise just Paddy Donovan for leading with his head when they both were. You need to have a conversation with both of them. And what I don't like is that the cuts weren't caused from headbutts. I get it if there's cuts caused from headbutts, and do you know what I mean? The cuts were caused by punches, and the ref acknowledged that the cuts were caused by punches. The ref said the cuts were caused by punches, not by headbutts. So it's not that he was leading with his head, it's that when he'd punch, he'd then follow with his head. He'd punch and follow with his head. And it was the same with Lewis Crocker. He was guard up, following with his head, guard up, following with his head. They were both following with their head. But for some reason, only only Paddy Donovan got told off for it. Only Paddy Donovan got points deducted for it. And then, I don't know if you were watching that fight, but it was super loud. Like one of the best atmospheres I've heard for a very long time. That was extremely loud. That was an extremely loud environment. And it's also a very big fight, a title eliminator. So it's a huge fight, fantastic environment. You've got Paddy Donovan has Lewis Crocker hurt. He's going for the kill. He's going for the finish. He has him hurt. So mid-flurry, the bell goes. I don't know if you've ever done boxing, but if you've done boxing, you'll know that mid-flurry, he wasn't mid-throw, but he was mid-combination. When you're just throwing, the bell goes, bang, bell goes, throws the punch, stops. But he's mid-flurry, he's mid-punch, like combination. The environment's super loud. For me, that was more the ref's fault than it was the fighter's fault. If you've done it, you know you can't just, oh, I'm done now. Bell's gone, I'm going to stop. It's like running 100 metres, right? And then, after you cross the line, you've got to just stop. No, you know the line's there, but you're still going to take 2 or 3 steps before you stop because of momentum. When you're mid-throw, you're mid-flurry, you're mid-combination, the bell might go, but you're mid-bang, you got one, okay, now I can stop. That momentum's got to go somewhere. You can't just stop. It's like I say with 100 metres, you can't just go across the line, stop. That momentum's got to go somewhere. That, for me, when the ref hears the clacker, there's 10 seconds left, he needs to be right there. He needs to be right in amongst the mix to go, as soon as the bell goes, arm in, stop. He was too far from those fighters. For me, that's more the ref's fault than it is the fighter's fault. The fighters have heard the clacker. Paddy Donovan's heard the clacker. He's going, I've got 10 seconds to get this guy out of here. He's hurt. He's on the ropes. He's gone down. He's on the verge of going down again. I've got 10 seconds now. I need to get him out of here. The ref's job, who's the officiator in the ring, then needs to go, he's going for the kill. The clacker's gone. I need to be ready to jump in and stop this. He didn't. He let it go on for too long. He was too far away and then disqualifies him. For me, awful. He didn't punch him whilst he was down. I do get the accumulation, but the warnings were for completely different things. The warnings were for leading with the head, not punching after the bell. It wasn't like it was 3 or 4 or 5 punches after the bell. It was 1 punch after the bell. Okay, it was after the bell. It was a bit late, but it wasn't ages after the bell. It wasn't disgusting after the bell. It wasn't, yes, it was a punch that put him down, but he was going that way anyway. It wasn't an illegal punch around the back of the head or an elbow, which he got away with earlier on. Like, for me, that was just an awful stoppage. The clanger's gone. The ref was too far back, which allowed the punch to happen. Look at the UFC. Look at other boxing matches when they're jumping in. They're stopping it straight away. That's what it is. That's what it needs to be. Not, I'm going to stand back. The cracker's gone. Bang, bang, bang. 10 seconds left. He needs to be ready. This guy's going for the kill. When this bell goes, I need to jump in. But he didn't do that. So he's kept going mid-flurry and then gets disqualified for it when the warnings were for the point deductions were for other things out, other things. He seemed targeted to me. For me, that was an awful stoppage. And I feel so bad for Perry Donovan. It wasn't the cleanest fight, but it wasn't the cleanest fight from either fighter. And he was absolutely targeted in that. That was awful officiating. And this is boxing because, and I'm going to make a video about this next. What also happened yesterday? The round 9 knockdown that wasn't given a knockdown because Tank Davis is just the face of boxing, so can do what he wants. Refereeing and officiating in boxing, judging and refereeing needs looking at. People, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. I feel so bad for Perry Donovan. What next? He deserves the rematch. He absolutely deserves the rematch. Make sure you like, subscribe. You know how YouTube works, people. Peace.